Sagittarius. I know it's been a while. Hope you all are doing well. Let's do a reading for you. I'm going to start out with a couple of these oracle cards. This is the Woodland Wardens. And then I'll pull a Universal Folk Oracle, and then we'll jump into the tarot. Let's see what we have coming up for you here, Sagittarius. Messages of light and love come forward here for Sagittarius. What do they need to know for their highest good and for the highest good of all? Thank you so much, Spirit. What is going on with Sagittarius? First card we have here is the Finch and the Peach. Wow, romance. Ooh, nice. All right, let's pull from this Universal Folk Oracle. What's going on here with Sag Spirit? We have Enchanted, Childlike Wonder, Gateway, a new gateway opening up here. It's no wonder given that we went through those eclipses. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Going on here with Sag Spirit. First card out, we have Ace of Swords. We have a Three of Swords. It wanted to kind of come out in reverse. But I'm not reading reversals. We have the Hierophant card. This one came out in your pre-shuffle as well. Bottom of the deck, we have the Muse of Emotions. We have the Strength card, Leo Energy. The Star card, Aquarius Energy on the bottom of the deck. Let's see, let's get some clarity here. Why is this Ace of Swords here for Sag Spirit? Nine of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Rods. So this is really interesting because I feel like a lot of you here have put a lot of effort or energy into wanting to be in a relationship, maybe even pursuing a relationship. Maybe you have somebody in mind that you're thinking of, but figuring out that maybe you just need to surrender to this process and allow the right person to come to you. Because the Four of Pentacles is here. You may have been holding on to a connection from your past as well that never really kind of worked out. Somebody from your past here may be wanting to come forward, but I feel like a lot of you here are learning to be okay on your own. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Rods. You may be just enjoying your time to yourself. This Ace of Swords talks about some kind of clarity you've received recently in the past here that talks about just needing to let go. The Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly. So you may have learned to let go of some things. You may have stopped trying to pursue relationships because you've been disappointed in your past here. And now you may be just surrendering to the divine and to the universe to bring you someone here that is best suited for you instead of trying to fight that process. And you kind of have stepped into this kind of lighter energy here. But in the current moment, we have a Three of Swords. It kind of wanted to come in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you here have been trying to avoid heartbreak, avoiding probably even a past person here who may have broken your heart. You don't want to have that heart broken again, so you're kind of avoiding this person. Is clarified by the Emperor card. Somebody here wants control. So the Eight of Pentacles here is showing up for this Three of Swords. It could be here that you're in a job situation that is guiding you towards something different. So you may, this reading is all about so far, relinquishing control is the main theme I feel so far. Relinquishing control and being okay on your own, because the Hermit card is here. So you may have had some disappointments in your past. I mean, we all do. But recently, some disappointments, maybe in your job, maybe even in your love life, both maybe, where you're clearing out these energies towards something new. The Emperor is all about being strategic. This could also be somebody who's a business owner as well. This could be somebody at your workplace that is being kind of cold towards you. Take it how it resonates for you, because this could be you, or this could be somebody you're connecting with, this Emperor card. This is all about somebody here being strategic. So you may be picking up energy that your boss isn't happy with you, or isn't happy with the direction of how things are going. You may be feeling like you're being watched at work as well. Some of you, I feel like, are maybe considering new career opportunities. Some of you here may be wanting to start your own business, or putting more effort into a side gig that will become a primary job for you. So it feels like there may be a situation where you're needing to come into some kind of a balance, where, especially if you're working multiple jobs, it may feel like there's too much on your plate and you're not able to really devote a ton of time to one particular job. That is, I feel like somebody here may be noticing that your energy is kind of like elsewhere and not focused. So you may have a lot of things on your mind here, Sagittarius, that you're needing to figure out. I feel like a lot of you here are wanting to take a different path forward, and you're being guided toward that. And so you're just kind of in this in-between phase. You're wanting something here that's going to give you passion, purpose, and ignite your sense of imagination or interest or hobbies at work. I feel like a lot of you are spending your day not really happy with your day-to-day work. And so I feel like that is what Spirit is pushing you towards, something that's going to bring in additional satisfaction, something that's going to be a little bit more in alignment with what your dreams and goals and desires are. Because I feel like a little bit of it is falling flat. We have the Emperor here, somebody who's really kind of cold and unemotional about things. This may be how you're approaching your work situation as well. But for some of you, you may be getting laid off. I'm not trying to put a damper on this situation here. Just trying to let you know that the tides might be turning for some of you towards something that's going to be in better alignment with what you want. The Hierophant here is in the outcome. Show me, Spirit. Ace of Pentacles. Wow, that is amazing. I mentioned before that this Hierophant was in your pre-shuffle, and now we have it twice. It just came out again. And then we have a Three of Pentacles here. So I feel like this is alluding towards some level of not wanting to commit to something. You may be even considering several options here. This could be this multiple job situation. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork, but the Ace of Pentacles is talking about more money. You may be working towards wanting to figure out how to make more money. You may feel like you're dividing your time too much. You're putting a lot of effort in. There's a lot of movement happening, but yet there's maybe not enough money to cover everything. And this is a common theme with a lot of people right now. So you're not alone in this if this is your story. So I just feel like you're being divinely guided here. The Hierophant is somebody who... The Hierophant is kind of like an energy of somebody who's wise. It could be an actual person that's giving you advice here, but I feel like this is more of an energy of the Hierophant being an energy of wisdom coming forward that's going to show you a better way to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Something that's going to be less work, but more money. So I feel like you're kind of needing to relinquish control to allow that to come forward. The Three of Pentacles, again, teamwork. I wonder if this is something that you You may be hearing some information from somebody you work with, maybe even a colleague, or even just a friend who's going to give you some kind of an information, or even they may not even be willingly trying to give you this information. It just kind of sparks something in your imagination that will bring forward new opportunities. So it could be that you're in a conversation with somebody, for example, and they mention something that you haven't thought of before. They say something like, I have a friend that went into the moving and storage business recently, and they're really happy with it because they get to, be outside, use some physical activity to move things and help people move. Something like that, where somebody's going to bring up something to you that's going to spark your interest towards a new, perhaps, job, career, even a whole new kind of industry that you maybe haven't even considered before. So I do feel like a lot of you Sagittarius, you've devoted your time and energy into your career, or into things that you're working on that, may be a large portion of your adult life, okay, depending on how long you've been in the working world. But it's basically telling me that some things may be evolving and changing for you, something that you may have not expected to have happen, or that you would have ever considered in your past. I think a lot of us here, and I'll speak for myself here in saying that I've had some career question marks, meaning like, for example, a certain industry or a certain career field, I felt like carried more weight in terms of my reputation. Like for example, I wouldn't catch myself wanting to work somewhere because I felt like it was lower than me. Okay, this is a very egotistical way of looking at life. But I think that I've definitely opened up my horizons as well, considering some of these jobs or careers or interests that I'm getting to a point where I don't really actually care what anyone thinks. So why would I care what anybody thinks about what I'm doing for work? Like, if it's bringing me the satisfaction, if I enjoy doing this day-to-day thing and is bringing in money, what would it matter what it is I'm working on? Do you know what I mean? I think that you're opening up your horizons in regard to that, and it's really helping you evolve. It's helping you grow something that could be very, very lucrative here, because the Ace of Pentacles is something that is very lucrative. So a lot of you may be seeking some career counseling, or you have a therapist or something like that. Somebody here is helping push you into a different direction with your career path. Interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card, the Strength card, and the Muse of Emotions. The Muse of Emotions is an original card to this particular Muse deck. Basically, it's saying that you're mastering your emotions. So you may have learned some things here in your recent past that have helped you control your emotions, whereas normally you may have flown off the handle, for example. If something upset you, that's what this card is about. A Muse of Emotions. Something may have upset you in your past, but you've learned to allow it to kind of roll off your back and not get upset like you used to before. And so you've learned some kind of lesson here that is creating new opportunities for you. When you can control your emotions, control how you react to situations that are beyond your control, you're learning to master those techniques. This is going to open new doors for you. The Star card here, I think people are starting to notice this new you that you have showing up. People are starting to notice that you're in a much calmer version of yourself. The Strength card talking about taming that inner beast. So again, you may have struggled with, I don't want to say a full-on temper. I mean, it's going to be different for everyone. It's just that there's something here about being able to control yourself and just realizing that other people around you you don't have to react to everything that they say. Because you're going to run into a lot of people in life that will say offensive things or that may trigger you, and you're learning to not allow your internal state to change based on what goes on the outside. It's a very powerful place to be. Let's pull some clarity on these cards though and see what else I can see about it. Why is the Star card, the Strength card? Here we have a Seven of Cups. Lots of options. Again, lots of doors opening for you because you've mastered this part of yourself here. Exactly right. Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is spinning towards an opening of a new avenue. And this is karma. You may have earned this here, Sag. Nine of Cups, wish granted. It doesn't get any better than this. Okay. You've done this hard work here, Sagittarius. You've done some kind of mastering of, it's like a maturity, a growth energy has come forward. And you should be proud of the way that this is turning out because you have a wish granted here. I feel like the stars are aligning for you here. We've had some planetary alignment here with the eclipses and such like that. I think that that's mirroring a lot of what's happening with you. As within, so without. So it just feels like things are going to start evolving, maybe even very quickly for you in your external reality, because your homeostasis or your internal system, your nervous system has found some stability and some balance. You're a much more calmer version of yourself here, Sag, and this is paying off for you with external new opportunities coming forward. But yet at the same time, you may be maturing, but yet you're acquiring some level of childlike glee and bliss that you may have. The last time you felt that was back in childhood. And what's really interesting is that when we're in our childhood, as we're growing up and as we move out of the house, that we grew up in, or we leave the nest, we think that it's in our best interest to go find ourselves to be more of an adult. And we're going to, kind of force it to be how we want it to be in terms of how things are going to pan out with our adult lives. And then as we're going through adulthood, we figure out that we really want to get back to that place of how we were back in childhood, where we're opening up to more of our imagination. We're opening up more to this blissful state that we used to be in as a child, because really that's the place that the universe wants us to be in. So while all this time we've been chasing after all this adult stuff, in reality, coming back to a mental state where we were as a child is the default state, the state of abundance, the state of being at peace and having fun. And that's what this life is supposed to be all about. We go through a lot of struggles, but to come back to a place, a childlike kind of mentality, you can be mature and have this childlike mentality where you're kind of connecting with that inner child as well. That's what I see showing up for you here, Sagittarius. Wow, what a reading for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if it resonated for you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.